Hello, welcome to Higher Ground Gaming. This is Eric. Today we're going to do another board game unboxing. Today's game is going to be Anno 1800, the board game by Martin Wallace. And the reason it says the board game there is because it's based on a video game franchise by Ubisoft. And it's developed by Kosmos, as you can see here. And Martin Wallace is famous for Brass Birmingham, Brass Lancashire, Tinner's Trail, amongst other games. But again, this is a game that's based on a video game franchise and had some cool mechanics. And we wanted to get a Martin Wallace game, so we decided to try this out and do the unboxing today. So without further ado, let's get started. So as you can see here, it's 2 to 4 players, ages, although it does have a solo campaign on BGG, ages 12 and up, and play time is about 120 minutes. That's rather conservative, I think, as you'll see when we get into it. And if you watch any of the other playthroughs, you'll see that it is probably very conservative. In fact, games tend to run a lot longer than that, at least at first when we start playing. So if you read in the right-hand corner here, it's definitely a strategy game. It's got all 5 circles filled in. Very little luck in it, only a 1 thing there. So basically it's all fairly perfect, for the most part, perfect information, or close to it. And some of the cards, you're not always going to know what's coming up. That's probably the luck part of it. But there's ways to mitigate all that stuff. Industrialist has a 5 rating there, and Anno fans. So if you're a fan of the video game, then it's a good game to check out, especially if you're new to get into board gaming. This may help you with the hobby. Anyway, the sun is rising on Age of Industry. Will you rise with it? In Anno 1800, the board game, you strive to build up your industrial might as you delve into the island society at the dawn of the industrial age. You develop an island society at the dawn of the industrial age. Investing in your navy enables trade and expansion to new territories, but you must also focus on the happiness of the citizens of your home island. While they may initially be satisfied with food and clothing, in time will demand valuable luxury goods. Plan your development strategy and supply chains carefully. Whilst maintaining an even distribution of farmers, workers, craftsmen, engineers, and investors. But beware, because the competition never sleeps. Your rivals may steal new achievements out from under your nose at any time. Whose island will prosper and whose will fall? So that's basically each player plays running a company or an island, and as workers, as you can see here, workers, different types of workers, laborers, farmers, industrialists, engineers, etc. And you build factories and produce goods, and then you can go exploring and do trade and that kind of stuff too with other players, and you can use each other's factories and stuff like that. You just have to pay a gold to do that. But yeah, without further ado, let's check it out and see what's inside the box, since this is an unboxing. We get this game, I believe we got this one from, I want to say Miniature Market. It was either Miniature Market or Game Nerds, but I think it was Miniature Market. In fact, we had it on pre-order for a little while there, as I spill some stuff. Anyway, give me 1 second here. Okay, let's keep it away from that. So, all right, definitely cardboard and drinks do not mix. All right, so let's check it out and see what's inside the box. All right, so as you can see, there's no insert in here yet anyway. There are some inserts we've been looking at, which we may consider. All right, so let's take up stuff out of the box here and start to go through it as we see it. So we have our cubes here. And these represent your workers and everything, different types of workers. Farmers are green. I believe blue is laborers and so forth, but you'll see that as we go. But the goods, you produce goods, but you don't actually have cubes for goods. Basically, whatever goods you produce are used right away to complete contracts and everything, so you don't actually see the physical goods in the game. The only thing you really see is gold, which represents money, of course. Let's see here. So these are right here. These are the contracts you're going to try to fulfill. So this guy wants, I know he wants, that's beer, some other kind of good, and some kind of, looks like some kind of agricultural good or something like that. But anyway, so these are the, let's see if we can get an easier one to look at here. Let's see here. Let's see, yes, this guy's got like cloth, it looks like some kind of whiskey or something, and then some other type of exchange there. This is clothing and some other types of goods. But anyway, so basically what it is, this is what it takes to produce, and then this is basically what you get out of it. You're going to get goods and services and bonuses and stuff like that. So these are the contracts you're going to be trying to fulfill. These are the needs of the people, basically, is what you're going to be trying to fulfill. And you're going to have to build factories and do all kinds of stuff in order to do that. So, yep, so these are just the different goods here. We'll just give you, the different people you're going to try to satisfy. There. And there's going to be ways to get extra workers and stuff like that. See if I can find one that's got a worker on it. Let's see. There's probably another deck in there, yeah. So, let's see. Yeah, there's other decks in there. These look like these are the more advanced contracts and everything. And different other things in there. All right, so let me see if I can find that in here. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. I knew there had to be another deck in here somewhere. Let's see if I can get this open. And these are very thin cards, so I'll definitely be sleeving these. Okay, so let's see what we got here. Let's see here. So these are like end game type stuff and bonuses you can get, which are common to everybody, I think. Yeah. And then, yeah, here we go. So this right here, if you complete her contract here, which looks like it may be, I'm not sure, but two goods there, two types of goods there, and then you get 2 workers. And every time you get an additional worker, you get, you have to take a card, which are these cards right here. Basically are, depending on what type of work you take, and then basically, you have to fulfill more stuff. So basically, the more workers you have, so it's good to get extra workers, but that's going to make the game go a little longer, just because you're going to have to fulfill additional. This is an engineer, I believe. He gets you. So yeah, so the game could potentially, I want to say go on forever, but could take a while if basically people just fulfill contracts and keep getting workers and stuff. So, so yeah, so there's different ways you can play the game too. There's time limit games, and then there's regular games where you play until the end, of course. And then, yeah, this guy gives you 4 gold. You have to give him beer, and I'm not sure what that is, what the symbol, like I said, I don't know. This I know is steel and clothing, I think. He wants steel and clothing there. But yeah, whiskey and clothing, I think he wants. And then I think he gives you like trade tokens or something like that, which you can use to purchase goods from other players. All right, yeah, so these are basically the cards that run the game, orders that you got to fulfill. So I'll show you the player boards, I think, next. So these are your player boards right here. Just get these out. So these are as a basic player board here. So again, the green is the farmer, blue is a laborer, and then you have your red, your purple, and your blue type workers there. And as you go left to right, they get more specialized and more not more specialized necessarily, but more expensive to hire and everything. So your green factories will be, farmer, you have to put a green cube on there to work there. And these basically, so in order to get a piece of steel there, or to get steel, no, wood, sorry, you'd have to put a farmer there, and you get the wood. So basically, if you had let me show you, I'll show you one of these contracts, see if I can get a basic one here somewhere. Of course, I'm probably not going to be able to find one now that sausage. Trying to find one that uses the basic resources and stuff. Clothing is not a basic thing, so let me see if I can find one here quickly. Let's see here. Yeah, these are all advanced ones in here that I'm finding here. Bricks and sausage. No, of course not. Canned meat and something else. Paper and yeah, I'm probably not going to find one in here because I want to be able to find one, but that's okay. But basically, what you're going to do is you're gonna have a customer here and or an order to fulfill, and you're going to have to fulfill those orders. Basically, you get the orders by placing workers on there. So let's just say you had an order, a card with planks and I don't know, bricks. Let's just say right there. So you'd have to take a red worker and put it on here, and then you'd have to take a green worker and put it on there, and then you fulfill that order and get the bonus on what's on the bottom. But there's lots of room to expand and build your factories, and you can build over your other factories. Like for instance, say right here, you wanted to produce steel here, or iron, or whatever it is, steel I think it is. So right now it's very expensive. You have to use a red worker, but there's upgrades to the factories which you can use just regular laborers, so they'll be more efficient and cheaper to produce the steel eventually and later on. But basically, like I said, it's an industry building. These are your boats down here, which you'll get exploration tokens with, and trade tokens to do trading with and stuff. And so basically, you have 4 open spaces on this third line here to build factories, and then 2 more to build ships there. So these are your player boards, which are a little bit warped. These are the backs of them, but tiny bit of warpage on here, but I'm sure that'll straighten out as they come out of the box. And then you have your exploration stuff you can do. So these are basically, you're gonna randomly get one of these, and let's just say if you pick this one right here, if you drew this one right here, you line this up, line it up here. And then, as you can see here, like I mentioned before, that's steel. See how it's cheaper? It's got the blue workers instead of the red workers. So, but anyway, this expands your island and expands your industry and stuff like that too. So you can use exploration tokens to get these. So these are for like, I think regular exploration, and then you have your New World exploration, which are smaller ones in here. Again, these are kind of just thrown in here, so let's see here. Yeah, so these are some of the new industries you can get. This is kind of like a cheat sheet where you're going to put the new industries. I think this might just be a player guide. So these are industries and stuff that you can build. Let's check out the rule book here. Oh, I see them right here. Here we go. These are the New World. So basically, these are the New World each strips you're going to get. So if you go to the New World, you're going to get cotton. They all have cotton on them. And then you're going to get 2 other types of industries and stuff like that. Food or that kind of stuff you're going to be able to produce. So you're going to have to do some exploring. There's some trade tokens, I think, on here. So here we go right here. Yeah, so that's actually the game. That's the game board. There's a bigger version of it in there, of that guide I think I just showed you. Yeah, these are game aids, which I was showing you there. And then you have your home islands, which I showed you before. Your old world islands, and your new world islands. Your construction tokens, which are going to be the punch outs, which are still in the box. And then your naval tokens, and then your population cards. There we go, right there. Those are the cards I showed you with your people's needs and stuff on them. Expedition cards, objective cards. And then these are your different types of population. So you have your, see if I can get that to focus there. Farmers, your workers, blue, artisans, which are red, your engineers, and then your investors, so different ranks of the population and everything. And basically that's kind of the layout. And then the instructions, which looks like they have a lot of good examples in here and everything. And your scoring. And again, it doesn't have the solo version here. That's, I think, on BGG exclusively. And then what each your objective cards use, those are like kind of like your end-game scoring, which I kind of alluded to and showed you some of those. What the different symbols mean and everything. And tips for getting started. And then about Martin Wallace and a quick reference guide in the back. So 16-page rulebook, not too bad. So let's take a look at this. So again, more trade, New World tokens here and everything. And then you have your ships on here. So these are your ships. And again, they're double-sided. So basically, when they're on the board here to purchase, you're going to look at this. And then in order to build it, the shipyard, you're going to need these three. I think iron, steel, and something else here. And then when you build it, you're going to take it to your board and flip it over, and now you have a shipyard. For the businesses, and these are some of the more advanced ones. Yeah, let me see if I can find some of the more basic ones, just to make it easier to show. These are more shipyards and everything. I think that's an end game thing. You get 7 points if you're the first person to go out. All right, yeah, here we go. These look like there's some of the factories here. These out. There we go. Here we go. Yeah, these will be easier to show you. All right, so let's see if I can figure out one of these. So here, let's see if I can take one of these out. So it's like some kind of a cloth factory, so you're gonna need, looks like planks and something else. And then once you build it, you put it on your board, and it becomes this right here. So it uses the red artisan workers there, and you can produce this good. So yeah, so all kinds of different businesses and stuff you can make. Bicycle factory down there, looks like some sort of like that. And I think the red ones are the more advanced ones. Okay. And then here are some of the basic ones right here. Yeah, this is what I was looking for. So this is a cheaper way to get the planks there, I guess, or another plank factory. So in order to build it, I think you just take this one right here. These ones are basically built, and then you can use them after that. The ones with the goods on top, you have to put it like that's a sail factory there, which uses linen and wood, which makes sense. But then once you provided those workers here to build it, you're going to be able to produce sails. So it's going to be an economy that's canned meat, sausage, clothing, coffee, or tea. I think that might be tea actually in this one. I think coffee you have to go to the New World for. Rum, I think it is, or some kind of liquor. So yeah, so basically you build on this side, and then once it goes on your board, you'll be able to produce this stuff. So yeah, you build like an engine. And then here is the game board, I believe, which is in two sections. So this is the game board right here. So these are going to be where you place all the factories. And as you can see, it's, up top is the farmers, any of those factories. Like the lower level ones right there. And then you have your workers and artisans and so forth, engineers and investors, and then that's where you're gonna place your cards, and then depending upon, and these are like for exploration cards there, and this is the other half of it right here. And there you go. And then these right here are going to be like, to get those exploration boards, you're going to need 1 exploration token for your first one, and then 2 exploration tokens for your second one, and so forth. So they get progressively more expensive. And I think these are trade tokens on the bottom there or something like that, but don't quote me on that. Yeah, they might be the in-game contracts and stuff too. But anyway, yeah, so these go together. Just to kind of show you. Right there, and that's how they connect. And then on the back, get a pretty cool photo there in the back, or drawing. And that is pretty much it. That is Anno 1800. Can't wait to get this to the table. Let's leave our cards and start to get playing. But yeah, it's definitely a game that we've been wanting to get to the table for a while, as most of our games are. So right now we're playing Fiam, which I posted a video up, I think last week or the week before, and having a great time with that, really enjoying the multiplayer in that. The solo was fun too, but the multiplayer is where the game really shines. So I'm definitely gonna probably play get the cards sleeved and play a solo version, and then hopefully in the next couple of weeks get a play of this one down. So thank you for joining me. It's been Eric from Higher Ground Gaming, and this is Anno 1800, the board game by Martin Wallace, by Kosmos and Ubisoft. So take care and God bless, and we'll see you in the next unboxing video. Bye-bye now.